Brown Dog Gadgets live.
Hello. Welcome to Brown Dog Gadgets Live. I am Amanda, the Education Outreach Coordinator here at Brown Dog Gadgets. I'm joined behind the camera with my main man, Pete.
Hey!
Oh.
Max Headroom today.
He's getting fancy. I like it. Awesome. Today we are going to be doing a paper circuits project called the Cyber Turkey Mask.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's lovely.
You can't even see the red eye. There is a red eye, I promise. You can kind of see it on an angle. But before that, if you have not followed us on our social media platforms, please do so. You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, or YouTube, or all of the above.
Yeah.
Make sure you like and subscribe, as my husband told me I need to say.
Yeah.
You know, all that good stuff. If, while we're live streaming today, you do have any questions or any comments, please throw those in the chat. We love to talk while we're doing this. And you can find all of our templates, projects, and products at browndoggadgets.com. All of our templates, lesson plans, and curriculum are all free. They're not behind a paywall at all. They are just there for you to use. So please check those out when you can. All right. Oh, and you can email help at browndoggadgets.com if you have any
We all need some help
questions.
right now.
We all need help. It is true.
Okay.
All right. Oh.
Oh, there we go.
We're going to check out this Cyber Turkey Mask. I love that it's kind of two-faced. It makes me happy.
It's something.
It's something. Yeah.
All right. Let's do it.
So we check it out. It's a really fun coloring project. You can, I used pencils and some silver markers on one side and then just regular markers on the other. We do suggest printing this out on a thicker cardstock, but it is a very simple circuit. It only has one LED because the other one is going to be a hole that you'll cut out. So the template looks like this. Super simple template. There is not an actual template for the circuit. However, if you've done any paper circuits, this should be a breeze. There it is.
That is your circuit.
It's literally that. And you could really look at any of our other projects as well and find those circuits there too. Also, it does come with a build guide so you can see kind of what all those little parts are. It gives you an idea of what you could do and the directions. It's one of our older projects, but I thought it deserved a throwback. The nice thing with this is when you're cutting out that eye, I feel like a lot of times teachers don't necessarily want to use X-Acto knives in the classroom. They're sharp. Kids are not always careful. This is a big enough space where you could literally just push the scissors through and be able to cut that out really easily with the scissors. All right, so the first thing to do this project is you're going to color and cut it out. There it is, magic, pure magic. For this one, instead of using markers, I did use colored pencils. And then, like I said, it is on a heavier cardstock. It just helps make sure that the project stands up to children using it and putting a circuit on it. Also, everything that we're doing today, besides the template, which you can print off for free online, can be found in our paper circuits kit. We've got LEDs, batteries, as well as maker tape in here, and that's really all you need for this project, except for maybe some yarn to actually tie it on. If you've never done any paper circuits before or have never used our maker tape, which we'll talk about in a minute, you can actually go to our website and request a sample pack. That sample pack has a roll of maker tape, which is nylon conductive tape. It's great stuff. It comes on a tape holder, 3D printed. It has 5 different projects in here that you could try out. We've got our name tag, name badge, solar bug, bristlebot, and wearables. So this is just a great way to get an introduction to some of the different projects that we do here at Brown Dog Gadgets. So go check that out at browndoggadgets.com. Get your own little sample pack. All right. So I've cut this, I've colored it, and now we're going to add that circuit. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a sharp tool like a safety pin or a push pin to push 2 holes right on the either side of that black circle to be able to put my LED legs through. So I'm just pushing 2 holes. If I try to push the LED legs through the paper, I'm going to bend and break them. It's not going to be successful. They are blunt on the end. It's a thinner metal. So I just used a nice tool to help me get through that. And then I'm going to pick a red LED because I really feel like a cyber turkey has got to have a red eye. It just seems fitting. One thing you'll notice on the LEDs is the legs are different lengths. The longer leg is the positive leg, and the shorter leg is the negative leg. It is important to note that because it will matter when you have it oriented with the battery. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Since I'm just going to decide where everything goes for this circuit, it doesn't matter which one I put through which hole. I'll just figure it out once I flip it over. If you want to plan things out more, you can too. All right. So I've got my longer leg off to the right, my shorter leg to the left. So I'm going to bend that short leg down and my long one out to the side. Just like that. Now I'm going to grab my maker tape. Maker tape is nylon conductive tape. It is the much prettier, much better version of copper foil tape. If you've ever used copper foil tape before, you know that it can break really easily. It's not always reliable, and the circuit doesn't always necessarily work, even though the circuit looks like it should. Maker tape is conductive all the way through. It's super strong, so since it is conductive all the way through, you can cut 2 pieces and overlap them, and it is still conductive. It's pretty great stuff. We also have these 3D printable files on our website. So if you want to actually print off your own Brown Dog Gadgets tape holder, you can find the files online and you can print it off on your own 3D printer. We also have a holder for the large 20-meter rolls. We even have 3D printed battery holders. You can make it bigger. Lots of options, lots of really cool things that we've got files up for on the website. All right, so when you're using our maker tape, you're gonna hold it towards the top, about 1 centimeter away from the top. And you are going to use the pad of your finger to just pull back on the shiny side a couple times, and it should pull away from that backing, just like that. First couple times it can be tricky, but you will get the hang of it, I promise. All right, and we are just going to use that maker tape and go directly over the LED legs. Since it's conductive all the way through, I can use it to hold the legs down and the circuit will connect. It'll be a closed circuit once I complete it. Oh, stuck it wrong, I can just lift it up and fix it.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna run my nail along the sides of those LED legs just to make sure I'm making a really good connection. Now remember, this was my short leg, so this is going to connect to the bottom side of the battery, which is the negative side of the battery. To connect that, I'm going to cut about 1 inch piece of maker tape, and I'm going to roll it up into a tape loop. Just a nice simple tape loop with the sticky side facing out. So instead of the old method with copper foil tape where you needed binder clips because it was only conductive on the top, so you needed to fold the edge over to make sure that it actually worked, since the maker tape is conductive all the way through, you can use a roll of the maker tape right on top of that pathway, and we can stick the battery right on it and it will hold it in place. So I'm going to take a battery out of this holder and just pop it out of the bottom. And remember, we said this is the negative leg, so I want to make sure the negative side of the battery is connecting to that negative leg, which means that the positive will be facing up. I'm just going to place that right on top there.
You're like halfway done.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's a quick one. And then I'm going to take some maker tape, and I could just, in theory, go like this, but I like to have I like to have the maker tape come in contact with that LED leg in more than just one tiny area. Just
Yeah.
make sure that my circuit's going to work the first time. So I'm going to actually come out with my piece of tape and then break it down. So same thing, I'm going to press down. And I'm going to use my nail to rub along the edge of that LED leg, like so. Then I'm going to take one nice long piece of tape and connect this path to the top of the battery. Now the great thing is, if for some reason I cut this path too short, I could just add another piece, but I did not. There we go. So when I flip this over, it should be lit up. There we go.
All
That is
right.
our
Yeah.
Cyber Turkey mask. Now, to turn it into an actual mask and be able to wear it, I suggest using a hole puncher. Figuring out exactly where you want to put those holes. I usually do like the second one up. Wow. There we go. That was a tricky one. And then you could use ribbon, you could use yarn, string,
Rubber band.
whatever. I've got this brown yarn.
Hey, I know that yarn.
I found it in
bin full
Annie's
of it.
office.
Yeah, we have a bin full of that somewhere.
Yep. And just tie it in there. Just go put it through the hole, tie it up, and then you just tie it onto your head once you're done. I can't tie on camera. I would suggest doing it twice, because otherwise
Yeah.
it's just going to slip off. There we go. And then we would do the same on the other side, and you would easily be able to wear it.
Oh yeah.
Fancy.
Super.
So that is our Cyber Turkey mask. Once again, you can find all the stuff that you
Yeah.
need for this, minus the template and the yarn. You can find all that in our paper circuits kit, which you can get on brownDogGadgets.com. The template is also free for you to print off on your own on our website. And then, like I said before, if you do want to try out Maker Tape, check out that sampler pack. We could send that out to you, and you could try out some of our fun projects on your own and try out some Maker Tape.
Super.
What was that, Pete?
Super.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it.
Once again, if you have not followed us on social media, please check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and YouTube. Also on YouTube, if you click on our account and you go to the live tab, you can see all the different videos that we've made so far. We've got lots of different paper circuits projects, and we are going to jump into doing some crazy circuits projects as well coming soon. So it won't just all be paper circuits, I promise.
There you go.
It's been a lot easier
I have a
though.
logo for that even. It's been a while, but
Yeah.
crazy circuits.
Oh, yeah. Also, let's see, today is Wednesday. So next week, we are going to be we're doing a live for the Gratitude Turkey, which is a brand new paper circuit project for us.
Yeah.
Really excited about that one. That one's one of my creations.
Oh
Yay.
yeah.
And then Wednesday, we will be unboxing the Solar House. It is a reusable solar house. It's got 2 LEDs. It has a motor on it with a fan. Really cool thing that you can use out in the sun to show students and teach students about renewable energy. So hopefully you'll join us for those next week. Otherwise, that's all we've got for you today.
All right.
Have a good one.